I'm going to ask you one serious question all tonight.
Oh, one serious
When you're doing the thing like first of all, you're a good actor. You're really a marvelous actor. But
it's so nice. I've been nominated twice. It's so nice to watch somebody else win. And they read the name and they go, and the winner for Best Actor is someone other than you. And you sit there and they keep the camera on you and you're supposed to go like, I'm so happy. Wouldn't it be nice? You could be really truthful and go, ah! Ah! Give it to me!
But just to be among your peers is honor enough, sure.
It is.
Now,
Hey, you don't even have a green card! Give it to me! I don't know, but the
Now, what I was going to ask you.
Okay.
This has to do with what we're doing right now.
Okay.
You're a serious actor. You're in a serious scene. I know how you work, because your mind gets going in stream of consciousness, and you start firing. When you're in those scenes, you ever get to the point where all of a sudden you're saying, hey, there's no laughs here, and you want to veer off and go into the comedy thing?
There's sometimes. I mean, it was weird. In this movie, I was working with Robert De Niro, who was obviously a whole other style.
Yeah,
so, I think that's like,
well, Bob is not a funny guy.
I think Nostradamus said, when they meet, that will be the end. I mean, he's a different style. You know, it's like, how you doing, Bob? What? You know, you're afraid that if you look at him the wrong way, it's like, hey, Bob. I mean, you have to you find a way of dealing with it, but there's sometimes where you have to break the mood, because we're working in a mental hospital for 5 months in Brooklyn, and every day you'd walk in, there'd be a little guy staring, there'd be like this, you know, there's a lot of doors and only 5 keys. And you'd be there and you'd walk past and there'd be a guy waiting at the window going, do I look nuts to you? Do I look nuts to you? Do I look crazy to you? And you realize it was one of the doctors. This is the beginning. So you're walking into this environment and we were working in this place, and it was I guess a hospital where the bottom 2 floors were still real patients.
Yeah.
And we used a lot of real patients. We used, you know, Penny was using schizophrenics and Tourette's patients. And it was a weird thing. The schizophrenics, she would direct them, and everything was fine until the moment when they said, it's time now. We're going to have to, because someone's talking in front of you. We want you to talk but not say anything. And all of a sudden you saw them look like, and I'm crazy?
Yeah. But they wanted background stuff.
Yeah,
but not,
it's like, it was that moment where all of a sudden reality went,
Yeah.
But there are times when, no, you have to break out, but there's other times where you can't.
Did you ever meet the doctor that you're playing in here?
Oh, yeah, he's wonderful. Oliver Sacks. He wrote this book, Awakenings, and he wrote another book called The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat, which those of you who drink a lot are going, I've done that. She was a pair of shorts one night, too. And he wrote these wonderful books, basically about different aspects of the brain. And in this, he was there every day.
Yeah.
He's an amazing man. He's about 6'4". He's like a combination of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Albert Schweitzer. And he also looks like Santa Claus, because he's got this big beard, and usually there's food in it that he's forgotten is there. Oh, good. I forgot that.
Tasty.
Tasty. And he's this the amazing thing, as big as he is and as strong as he is, he's this very gentle and compassionate man who is brilliant, he called these people who basically have been in a comatose state for 30 years, and many of us are going, well, that's Ronald Reagan. But no, I think he's wrote about them from the point of view that basically they're explorers. He said that they came from they're in another state. They're exploring another dimension of thought.
And of course, in the play, you played the doctor who was aware that there are people inside there, and then just over a period of time start to come out of there.
Yeah,
right?
Through this, he basically isolated that they suffered from this one disorder called encephalitis lethargica, which is, encephalitis is a brain virus. And this is a specific one that after the initial outbreak, which went through Europe and America and killed many people, but many people who survived had a dormancy period, and about 5 years later, they all of a sudden would start to freeze up and go into this like statue state.
It would be latent that long, and then...
Yeah, and they have a dormancy period, and then it would come back, and then he woke them up basically with this drug that they use for Parkinson's patients, which is, it was a miracle, and he said for that summer, it was an amazing thing to see them. He has documented footage of these people who hadn't moved in a long time, but and the next thing you see them, they're like this. I'm out of here. You think that after 30 years, one of them would wake up and go, didn't anybody try and shake me?
I was sleeping. Yeah. We're going to show you a film clip later. Stay where you are. We're coming back with Robert. And Steve.